It's Michael Termini with the Game House, and today I'm joined by Fredy. Unfortunately, coming off a loss to JDG, and a harsh one at that with the 3-0. So I gotta ask, first things first. You guys came in as like the hope of the LEC. A lot of people were really bullish after that week 1, week 2. A little bit shaky, but a lot of people still held that faith. So what was your game plan going into JDG?
Honestly, we had some stuff we worked on this week, some well-practiced drafts, but we didn't actually really get pushed onto them. So we went back to what worked for us in week 1. There's a lot of Lucian Army and stuff, and we thought we could play into the Aphelios Lulu quite easily, and it turned out that we did, but we made some mistakes. So we tried to go for comfort today in terms of drafts and everything, and sadly I think that our performance in the end was not as it should have been, really.
Yeah, despite it being, a 4-0, this is your best performance at Worlds, if I'm not mistaken. You've been with Rogue for nearly 4 years. Quite an accomplishment in, esports industry that's constantly shifting. So when you look back at your time at Rogue thus far and, making it here and doing this for EU, how proud are you of this team and what you managed to accomplish?
Yeah, I'm very proud of what we achieved. I think that things were looking rough for us during the actual LEC split, but the fact that the team and us managed to pull it all together in the end and win the LEC and get this far, I wouldn't have thought that a while ago. So I will look back, even though right now I'm just very dissatisfied. I think we look back at this year especially, and even the previous years, and be kind of proud with how we did, right? So every year we got one step further at Worlds, and I think if this year showed us anything, maybe it didn't look like it, but I feel like today was actually something winnable for us. We felt that it was very winnable. We just did a lot of stuff wrong, right? So yeah, we're very proud of this year. For sure.
Sort of echoing that point, it felt like there were a lot of points, especially that game 3, where this was incredibly winnable for Rogue, where you guys had a couple, even game 1, you had that trade top side, that, you got first blood and you had that advantage. So what do you think it was in particular that was not leading these transitionary periods into leads that you guys could close out the games with?
I think particularly for game 1 and 2, when we had these drafts, we actually super comfort on them, and I think we I don't know what happened, maybe we got a bit excited, but there are moments in this game where we could have literally based, got tempo, walked out on the map, took control of the map, but we did some crazy chase top and we were not on time for objectives, and these are things that I think we all gonna just feel bad that this happened. From my point of view, I will always feel that I could have done more to just make sure that we are reinforcing on these key points. And from the players' point of view, I think it's super disappointing for them that those are the things that make us lose, and not just getting outfought in a team fight, right? So yeah, I think game 3 was hard after we lost our advantage, but yeah, I think for game 1 and 2 we're a bit very dissatisfied, I think, with how we played.
You mentioned a bit earlier that you had these prepared drafts and you ended up falling back on comfort. You said you weren't forced into those positions. Would you mind elaborating what you meant by that?
Yeah, we thought they would draft a bit differently, so we had a few things prepared into Lucian and Caitlyn we were prepared today to play against. So we had stuff as that, but they banned it, which turned out good for us if we would have won these games. We looked into leaving Yumi open a bit, but then we changed our mind on that. We changed our mind at the last minute.
Don't blame me for that one, yeah.
A lot of the Kate, we came in with a lot of preparation for Caitlyn, because if Blue Side has to ban that, I think it's a problem for them. And I think that will be a big problem for JDG moving forward, which is why I think they might not get further than this. So yeah, mainly around a few bot picks, right?
Well, you just mentioned, your kind of thoughts on JDG not making it past. Who do you have in your mind as the finals after your elimination?
Who I think will win the tournament? I wasn't sure a week ago, and now we scrimmed a bit more, and I feel like Gen G have I don't know what happened week 1 with Genji, but
Yeah.
they didn't look good. And they didn't look good in scrims. I think they had the wrong meta read and they like did some weird. I know they play a lot of Singe, but it wasn't good when they picked it. So I think Genji right now look very, for sure, the best. And if I had to bet on, I'm not gonna bet, but if I had to bet on it, I'd say Genji that would win the tournament. I think.
We don't need more gambling controversies.
Yeah.
All right. So final question here. What do you have to say? One last word to the Rogue and EU fans out there who, came out to the event, showed up. That crowd was loud for you guys. You had that thunderous applause after the game. What do you say to the people who made the trek?
Everyone who came. I mean, it's for some of them it might be a very long journey. I'm like so thankful for those who have followed us this far. And honestly, obviously we have a bit of a rebrand coming up, but I hope that the Rogue loyal fans will follow us into next year with Koi, because a lot will stay the same. And yeah, I hope you join us.
First of all, I appreciate you taking the time after this, and I really do. Make sure to check out thegamehouse.com for more Worlds 2022 coverage. Yeah. Hey guys, recording a bit of an outro for our videos. First of all, I just want to say thank you for watching our Worlds 2022 coverage. We have been putting a lot of effort, a lot of time, and spending a lot to make sure we're going out to these events and covering them in the best quality possible. So thank you very much for that. And please feel free to leave any form of feedback, whether it's, mean, kind, somewhere in between. We're always looking to hear more. And if you're not already, please subscribe. We're going to have all this awesome off-season coverage and, again, more Worlds coverage of quarters, semis, and finals. So it's going to be certified bangers. We're going to also, have hopefully an off-season show. So we got all sorts of stuff going on. Just be subscribed if you're a League of Legends fan. Thank you.